Morning. Hi there, Matthew Diolis here of Shadow Frame Productions. Let's answer some questions. Top 5 Simpsons episodes. Let's see here. The one where Bart gets Stampy the elephant. That one's pretty funny. There's a scene in that where Homer's sinking in tar and they're like, "Dad, you're sinking." And he's like, no, I can wiggle my way out. First, I'll just pull my legs out. Now I'll pull my arms out with my face.
First, I'll just reach in and pull my legs out. Now I'll pull my arms out with my face.
The episode where they go to Itchy and Scratchy Land. Bort license plates. We need more Bort license plates. There's an episode where Bart skips school. There's a moment in that episode where Principal Skinner is trying to track down Bart to prove that he's skipping school, and there's some gum on the ground. So Principal Skinner grabs the gum off the ground and he tastes it and he's like, "Brand of gum. Doublemint? Trying to double your fun, Bart. Well, I'll double your detention." I wish someone was around to hear that. The Halloween episode where Mr. Burns is Dracula is a good one. I'm not sure if this is in the same episode, but the one where Homer tries to fix the toaster and he keeps going back in time and he keeps changing the past, therefore changing the future. How many did I name? Itchy and Scratchy Land, Stampy. Yeah, there you go. There's 5. What would I change about John Carpenter's The Thing? Not much. I can't say anything that hasn't already been said. The special effects are just off the chain. It's funny, when I was younger growing up watching movies, The Thing has the kind of ending that I would have hated growing up. I grew up watching movies where the good guy always wins, the bad guy always loses. There's a definitive ending. I actually saw it for the first time maybe 10 years ago. If I would have seen this movie when I was younger, I would have hated that ending. I'd be like, well, wait a minute. They need to defeat the thing, and then that's how the movie should end. But now, older me with filmmaking eyes, I love that ending. I think it's great with the music and everything. Dum 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 dum. But one thing I would change, the opening shot. Actually, it's not the opening shot. The opening shot is the spaceship coming in right before you see the titles. But right after that, the next shot you see, it just kind of starts with a handheld, kind of shaky shot of over the mountains waiting for the helicopter to arrive. I'm big on having a memorable opening shot and memorable closing shot. And although the spaceship coming in technically is the opening shot, the next shot I'm not really a big fan of. I would have found another way to shoot it to open my movie. The Empire Strikes Back. It's the best one. You're already as cool as me, if not cooler, because I'm not cool at all. I'm a huge dork. Favorite Pittsburgh filmmaker? There's a lot of filmmakers in the Pittsburgh scene that I've worked with or have been an admirer of their work. If you write something, if you film something, and if you edit something, I don't care how great it is, I don't care how bad it is. If you write, film, and edit something yourself, I'm a fan of you. Not every filmmaker needs to be their own DP or their own editor, but I think as filmmakers, we all should do that at least once. I'm not a huge Guy Ritchie fan. I like some of his movies. I don't like some of his movies. I wasn't a big fan of Ricochet. I barely remember it, to be honest, but I remember when I saw it, I kind of just was like, no, this is dumb. Maybe my favorite movie of his is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Hopefully soon, Austin. Hopefully soon. The Wrestler. Bob Sacramento, my friend Bob Sacramento. I'm going to blow your mind, Rich. Bob Sacramento doesn't exist. Kramer, Cosmo Kramer, and Bob Sacramento are the same person. Bob Sacramento is the split personality of Cosmo Kramer.
What happened to Bob Sacramento?
Well, nothing. His part of the story is done.
Oh boy, that's a tough one. My 5 worst movies ever. I remember seeing, what's that director's name? Damn it, the movie Alone in the Dark. I remember seeing that. It's Tara Reid, Christian Slater, and there's one more big name in that. I can't remember, but I saw that in theaters, and I remember thinking while I was watching it, it was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Trying to remember the director's name. He's known for directing a lot of bad movies. Unfortunately, he did House of the Dead and that movie Postal, and he's just known for being one of the worst directors ever. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of his movies, but this one I remember being in theaters. I remember thinking and maybe saying out loud, this is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Also, the Twilight movies, maybe. I saw the first Twilight movie and some of the second one, maybe the third, I don't know. I had a free preview of Stars one day, and I put it on, and one of the Twilight movies was on. And I swear, I watched maybe 5-10 minutes of it, I was convinced it was the spoof movie of Twilight. I was like, this isn't Twilight. This is the Scary Movie. This is Scary Movie or something. This is the spoof version of Twilight. I was like, no, wait, this is actually Twilight. This is the real movie. It was just felt like a fake movie. So Alone in the Dark, I guess, and all the Twilight movies. When it comes to the proper spelling of English words, is it always I before E, except after C, or are there exceptions to this?
I don't know!
I'm going to get real with you guys. The meaning of life is
the world, Chico. And everything in it.
I don't have an ultimate goal, but I do set up goals and then knock them down one by one. The current goal is to finish writing my feature. I mean, I've done lots of short films and music videos and stuff like that, but, you know, features last forever. I'm seeing a lot of my filmmaking peers and friends do features, and they're doing really good work. And I've been doing this for a while, and I gotta, throw my hat in the ring and let me tell my story. My goal is to finish the script, put together the pieces, and get this bad boy filmed. It honestly feels like a football coach where I can't think about the Super Bowl right now. All I'm thinking about is week 1. That's all that matters. All that matters is week 1. What's right in front of me, week 1. My ultimate goal is week 1. What team is next? My ultimate goal is finishing my script. Dream project to direct. This current script I'm writing, honestly, this is my dream project right here. I'm writing my dream project. There's so much talent in Pittsburgh that working with them on this project is going to be a dream. And doing this movie is going to be my dream project. Breaking outside that box, any project that I can do, if I was working for Hollywood, any project, I would love to do a Legend of Zelda movie. When I was younger, I want to say Ferris Bueller. I was kind of a class clown, and I don't know, thought I was the center of attention. Nowadays, adult Matthew, filmmaking Matthew, I'm not saying that my films are equal to this person's films. That's up for you to decide, but Ed Wood.
Bella, I have 25 scenes to shoot tonight.
Oh, sorry, don't let me slow you down.
Okay.
Now, I'm not comparing myself to Ed Wood. Just, when I see the movie Ed Wood and Johnny Depp's portrayal as Ed Wood, I kind of have stuff in common with the guy,
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
From an underdog perspective and someone who just wants to keep fighting and keep pushing myself to get better, Rocky Balboa, man. Rocky Balboa. In the filmmaking world or in life in general, you can just keep getting knocked down and you got to keep getting back up and continuing the fight. Yeah, dude, I definitely have memories of watching Robin Hood Men in Tights and especially Commando like 1,000 times. Oh, Sammy. Deep question, Sammy. Film is such a great art form. I've always fantasized and I've always had like ideas in my head, and I've always been a creative person. And once I discovered that I had the tools to go out there and create my own movies, it was very exciting. And I've learned along the way and worked with talented people along the way. There's nothing better than having an idea, writing it down on paper, writing down the dialogue, and then finding these talented actors to recite your dialogue. It's breathing air into your creation, seeing it come together in the edit. It's a lot of fun, man, and it's great. If it's done well, film moves me. When I see a great Spielberg movie, a great moment in a Quentin Tarantino movie, the way the cinematography is perfect in a David Fincher movie, the way a film makes me laugh and is funny in a Judd Apatow movie. I want my movie to stick with them after they've watched it. I want it to be memorable. You want to be moved and just, create good art, man. Seeing as you are a Kevin Smith fan, I am, who is your muse, Affleck, and Damon? Also, who is your Rosario Dawson? Would you ever do a film akin to Clerks or Dogma? I'm up for doing any genre or a movie about anything. One of the first short film scripts that I wrote was called The Girl from the Video Store, and it kind of was inspired by Kevin Smith's Clerks. As far as who is my muse, Affleck and Damon, and who is my Rosario Dawson, do you mean in the Pittsburgh scene, who would I cast in those roles if I was going to make a movie similar to Dogma or Clerks? I'm not sure, but if I do make a movie like Clerks, I'll write a role for you. I know you love taking risks. My question for you is, would you ever film a 48-hour film festival in a shark cage by the ocean near sharks?
Cage goes in the water, you go in the water, shark's in the water. Our shark. Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
No. Yes, Jerry, as a matter of fact, I do. Coming up in October, I'm going to be doing the 48-hour horror and sci-fi project. I'm excited about doing that, and we're going to work hard and have fun and try to create something great. About a month ago, I shot a little micro short called Transmission, and that's going to be completed soon. In September, I'm going to be shooting my new short film called Arrivederci Bastardo. It's a little mob story. Talk about my favorite filmmakers in Pittsburgh. I'm going to be surrounded with my favorite filmmakers in Pittsburgh in September when I film that one. So that one's going to be a good one. Looking forward to it. Jerry, looking forward to working with you again, buddy. We'll do another movie soon. The Star Wars prequels, maybe. It's almost like remakes are dead, and they're on this kick of distant reboots. And what I mean by that is they're taking properties that were popular and they're just, let's do a continuation of this story 20 years later. I think the Ghostbusters remake kind of killed remakes, and now they're doing a Ghostbusters distant sequel reboot. Or Jurassic World was one of the first. Cobra Kai is another one. Let's take a property that has been around in 30 years and let's continue the story. So based on that, a distant sequel, soft reboot, a story I would like to see continue. I would like to see another RoboCop. Let's see what Murphy's up to these days. And let's tell another RoboCop story. If it's done well, and maybe if David Fincher comes back, I would be interested to see another chapter in the Fight Club world. I know the author who wrote Fight Club He wrote a continuation of the story. I think it's a comic book that's out there that I've been wanting to get my hands on.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.